Schwartz, and for the summer of 2015, I did an internship at Focal Point Group, which is actually based out of Minneapolis, but they have an office in Bellevue, Washington. So I've been working under the CEO there and a recruiter. So the three most important things that I learned out of my internship, or that I got out of my internship, were definitely, one of them was how to work with others. So I really realized how important it is, to make sure I'm always acting professional, whether that be with like the other intern I'm working with, or my boss, or my peers at the company, or third-party vendors I talk to, even if sometimes it can be frustrating. So what was really hard was sometimes when I was reaching out to third-party vendors, they couldn't provide me with the information I wanted, and I still needed to make sure that I was acting professional, but still getting the information that I needed to gather, that my boss asked me for. Also, so using email, like I needed to make sure I was always aware of that I was spell checking and making sure everything was clear and reading it over, because it was going to my boss who, it could be writing me a recommendation someday. So also learning how to use a new database, that was a really great skill to have, or important thing that I learned. So not this summer, but the summer of 2014, I did a lot of database work with a ERP system, but mostly with invoices, whereas now this summer I was doing, adding skill sets to people, kind of cleaning out their database, whether we needed to keep them in or not. So it was kind of like a different side of it, but it was nice to, broaden my area of databases. Also, learning skills that go with this job. So when I was doing a lot of sourcing, I was reading over resumes, and it kind of got me aware of like what I should be putting in my resume, as well as like skill sets that I need to accumulate for the job that I want. So it was a great way to learn about that. How this internship will affect my career. It kind of taught me, like what the real world is like working, and how you need to network and make sure you get to know everyone around you, and how you want to always make a good impression, as well as hopefully this job will give me a great reference for when I graduate. And it kind of taught me that maybe I do want to work in a consulting firm, not necessarily doing sourcing, but some kind of financing work there. So yeah. And then new skills or experience that I've developed are being able to better my resume, also learning a new database and talking to vendors and sourcing. So it really has allowed me to be less shy around people, and how I need to be able to be a great communicator whenever I'm talking to people for my job. So I feel like my communication has gotten a lot better, and I'm able to reach out when I need something, which is great, in teamwork. So because I'm working with another intern, we've kind of divided up the work, and then we'll kind of collaborate it together, as well as we always need to be aware of what each other's doing, because if we're both sourcing for a position, we need to divide up the positions, and also we're making sure we're not using the same search engine, because we wouldn't want to reach out to someone more than once from a different person, because that would just be a waste of time. And then problem solving, because I'm doing some work at home, it can be difficult when I come across a problem, because I don't want to be emailing or calling my boss all the time. So when I do come across an issue, I try to solve it myself, and if I'm really struggling, then he's more than happy to help me. I can reach out, but I don't want to always be doing that. So in critical thinking, so when I reached out to our third-party vendors to gather information with candidates they'd place with us, I needed to get turnaround time, like who they provided us with, markups, why they're better than other companies, that kind of data. Otherwise, if they can't provide me with that, then I wouldn't recommend that Focal Point Group to continue working with them. So I needed to gather all that data, and then, do a write-up about it, and say, here's why we'd recommend them, here's why we wouldn't recommend them, and then a contact there. So if our company wants to reach out to them again, they can get directly in contact with them. Overall, I feel like the internship has been really great. I've met some great people. I feel like I've accumulated a lot of great skills, and I really think it will help me in the future.